Good morning, dear students. We have been discussing a number of questions in your English language paper for the GCE ordinary level examination. Today also we are going to discuss another question that you will be getting in your question paper. දරුවනේ ඔබ සමග අදත් අපි සාකච්ඡා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඔබේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ තවත් ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඔබට ලකුණු 5ක් ලබා ගන්නට පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඒකේ විවිධාකාර පැති අද අපි සාකච්ඡා කරනවා. එතකොට මේ ප්‍රශ්නය එන්නේ test 9 කියලා. number 9, question number 9. තවත් ඉදිරියට කියනවා නම් paper 2 එකේ පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නය. The first question of paper 2. So the question is to test your ability to use the correct form of the word given. දීලා තියෙන වචනයක නිවැරදි රූපය යොදන්න තියෙන. ඒක ක්‍රියාපදයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, නාමපදයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකේ මෙතෙන්ට ගැලපෙන ස්වරූපය යොදන්න තාලේ ඔබ දන්නවද කියලා බලන්නයි මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒ ප්‍රශ්නය සකස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ මේ විදිහට access the ability to use the correct form of the word to complete a text. Right? Here you can see assess the ability to use the correct form of the word to complete a text. Text එකක් ඒ කියන්නේ කිසියම් ඡේදයක් ඒක සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න ඔබට මේ වචන නිවැරදි ආකාරයෙන් යොදන්නට පුළුවන්ද කියලා. So to deal with this lesson we have here in the studio Mrs. Nirmala Kaluarachchi from Devi Balika Vidyalaya and Andrew Fonseca from Devi Balika Vidyalaya. And Mrs. Kaluarachchi will explain how to do this question in the best possible way. Yes, Mrs. Kaluarachchi.
Thank you, Mr. Hemachandra. Good morning, children. Now, as Sir said, in this question, your ability to select the correct word form is checked. So, to select the correct word form, you have to know which word is correct and their functions also. Now, here, children, in this question, the technique that you are checked is multiple choice. That means several answers are given and you have to select the most appropriate answer out of the given words. So before doing this test item, I thought of revising the word classes with you. I know that you have been learning word classes from your small grades, but let us see, let us quickly go through the different word classes. දරුවනේ ඔබලා පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන් ඉගෙනගත 6 වසරේ ඉඳන්ම මේ වර්ඩ් ක්ලාසස් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. අපි බලමු මේක පොඩ්ඩක් අපි පොඩි ආවර්ජනය කිරීමක් තමයි ඔබගේ දැනුම අපි දැන් මේ කරන්නේ. Right. Now you can see the word classes have been divided into two sections. Open word class and closed word class. Now children, in this open word class, those words can be changed. They are open to change. For example, you can add more words, add more new words. But in the closed word class, you cannot add any word. There is a definite number of words. Now let us take some examples what belongs to these two categories. Open word class. Now in the open word class, you have nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs. I told you in the open word class, you are free to add new words. Now with the development of technology, of course, there will be new words introduced to the language. Now we'll take one example. This word tsunami, was that word used frequently before? No. So that's a new word added to the language. And there is another example, this word puja. Now it is an English word, it is an Indian word, and even Sri Lanka we use it, but now it's in the dictionary, in the English dictionary as a new word. So like that, open word class, the nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, you can add new words. Now let us take the closed word class. Now here, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions and determiners. Now here, children, there is an exact number of words. You can't add. There is a definite number. Pronouns, you know, there is a limited pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions and determiners. So let us take one by one and discuss what these word classes are. Now the first one, nouns. I know that you know what nouns are. Yes, nouns. Noun is a word for a person, animal, a thing, a place, an activity, a state, a quality, a feeling, or a field of study. Now let us take some examples. The first one, proper nouns. Now there are different types of nouns. First one, proper nouns. Sri Lanka, it's a name. The next one, common nouns. The commonly what we can call country. Now India, Sri Lanka, they are proper nouns. And country, it's a commonly used word. And then we have countable nouns. You can count these nouns. Books, pens, pencils. Uncountable nouns, you cannot count them. For example, water, you can't count. Of course, you can count them when you pour it into a glass and call it a glass of water. But otherwise, you can't count them. Sand, oil, sugar, they are uncountable nouns. Then abstract nouns. Abstract nouns, they are, you can't touch them, you can't feel them. They are a quality or a feeling. For example, love, it's a feeling. Adaraya, karunava, අපි එක quality එකක්. Then concrete nouns, what you can touch and feel. And children, there is another one, gerunds. Gerunds, now look at this example. Reading is my hobby. Now normally with the ing form, you know that it is a verb. But here, reading comes as a noun. කියවීම. කියවීම මගේ විනෝදාංශයයි. එතකොට කියවීම එතන වෙලා තියෙන්නේ නාම පදයක් විදිහට. There are some other examples. Swimming. Swimming is my favorite hobby. Gardening is a profitable hobby. So they are called gerunds. So all these are nouns. Now let us move on to verbs. Now verbs are, normally verbs describe actions. And there are different types of verbs. Regular verbs, irregular verbs, and auxiliary verbs. Now the regular verbs, you know the pattern is regular when they are made into past tense. For example, play, played. Walk, walked. The ed is there when formed past tense. But in the irregular one, that for the same pattern is different. Go, went. Buy, bought. So regular verb and irregular verb. The other one, auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. There are a lot of be verbs like am, is, are, was, were, has, have. And there are some modals, can, must, should, may. I think all these are, you know all these things and they are familiar. Now the next one, adjectives. Children, the adjectives describe a noun. Now look at the examples. Girl. Which girl? Beautiful girl. So it describes the noun. Tall tree. So beautiful, tall are adjectives. The next one, adverbs. Adverbs describe the verbs. Now here you can see several types of adverbs given here. Adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, adverb of frequency. Now let us look at the first example. He comes late. Now here comes how? Comes when? Late. So it gives a time. Then come here. Here it's a place. So here it describes the place where you have to go. And then the manner. She walks slowly. How she was walking? Slowly. Then frequency. She always smiles. So here, how often that she does that? She always smiles. Right. The next one, pronouns. Now pronouns also, children, you can see there are 3 types. Personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, and interrogative pronouns. Now the personal pronouns, I know that they are very familiar. You know all these pronouns that you can use instead of a noun. I, me, my, mine, myself, we, us, our, ours, you, your, yourself, he, him, his, himself. There are some more also. And the next type is demonstrative pronouns. They demonstrate this, that, these, those. And there is another one, interrogative pronoun. Who, when, what, whose. And there is another word class, children, conjunctions. They join ideas or join sentences. Now here we have simple conjunctions just like and, but to join sentences. And there are some pair conjunctions. We call correlative conjunctions. They come with pairs, right? Not only, but also. Either, or, neither, no. So they come with a pair. So we call them pair conjunctions. Then there are time conjunctions also. When, while, before, after. You can join words using these time conjunctions as well. Next one, prepositions. Prepositions show the relationship between one thing and another thing. Now you can see the prepositions that you mostly use, and there are many more, children. In, on, at, about, along, by, of, from, after, before, into, to, with. So all these shows a relationship between one thing and another. Of course, when you describe a picture, you have to use all these prepositions. The next one, determiners. So they give us an idea of an amount or a number. Now you know basically there are 3 articles, a and the. And then there are demonstrative determiners like this, that, these, those. And quantifiers, they talk about the quantity, some, any, no, every, each, either, neither, enough, much, many, few, several. I think, children, all these things are very familiar. You all have learned them from your smaller grades. And so I think I have refreshed your mind about all these word classes.
So, dear students, now you have been watching and listening to different types of words. මේ දරුවන් අහගෙන හිටියා මිසස් කළුආරච්චි විස්තර කළා එක එක වර්ගයේ වචන ඔබට ලැබෙන. දැන් මෙන්න මේ වචන අනුසාරයෙන් තමයි ඔබට මේ ප්‍රශ්නෙට පිළිතුරු ලියන්න තියෙන්නේ. word classes යටතේ open word classes ඒ වගේම close word classes. එතකොට ඉහත අපි මේවා parts of speech වශයෙන් ඉගෙනගෙන තිගෙනවා. ඒවම තමයි මේ තවත් ආකාරයකට දැන් විස්තර වෙන්නේ. දැන් අපි බලමු පුංචි අභ්‍යාසයක් කළා මේ එක ක්ලාස් එකකින් අනිත් ක්ලාස් එකට අපි කොහොමද මේ වචනයක් සකස් කරගන්නේ. for example සමහර වෙලාවට අපිට adjective එකකින් noun එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. noun එකකින් adjective එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ක්‍රියාපදයකින් adjective එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. adjective එකකින් adverb එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ පිළිබඳවත් අපිට කිසියම් හුරුවක් පුහුණුවක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Now let us see how to make a noun out of an adjective. Let us do this exercise. Yes, Mrs. Kalwar.
Yes. I think you are familiar with this type of activity because I have taken these from your textbook. So I think by now you might have done these activities. And let us see. Now I will give you some adjectives. And Andrea, you have to show me how we can form nouns out of these adjectives. Right. Look at the screen, children. Kind. Now kind is an adjective. What is the noun that you can make out of that, Andrea?
Kindness.
Yes. Now kind is karunavanta, karunavanta lamaya, kind girl. And the noun karunavanta kama. Now see, from an adjective you have formed a noun.
This is what ප්‍රශ්න අපි kind කියන එක අපිට noun එකක් වශයෙන් උදා ගන්නට බෑ.
Yes.
ඒකට ඒ කියන්නේ කිසියම් වර්ගයක් කිසියම් group එකක්
kind of, yes. And then brave. Yes.
Bravery.
Bravery, nirbhitakama. High.
Height.
Height. Usa height. මෙතන මිම්ම විදිහට. Sick.
Sickness.
Sickness. Now you have used prefixes and suffixes here. You can see how we have formed words there. Now let us, this time we will take a verb and form a noun out of the verbs. Now the verb is laugh. Sinhavima, sinhavenava. Yes, what is the noun you can make out of laugh?
Laughter.
Laughter, sinahava. Right. Grow.
Growth.
Growth, vadima. Right. So you have seen, children, how we can use, how we can form a new word out of an adjective or a verb, or sometimes. Now let us do another activity. Here I have given nouns, adjectives and verbs, and you have to form either a verb or an adjective out of them. Now the first one, I have given you the noun there, beauty. Lasana. Lasanakama. Right? Okay. Andrea, can you form a verb out of this word beauty?
Beautify.
Beautify. Lasana karanava, alankara karanava. Then adjective?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. See, by adding this ful, we have the suffix ful and you have formed an adjective. The next one, social. Social, what is the word kind, Andrea?
Adjective.
It's an adjective. Yes. So can you form a verb out of this adjective?
Socialize.
Socialize. And the noun?
Society.
Society. Samajaya. Right. The next one, believe. That's the verb.
No.
Then what is the noun you can form out of this?
Belief.
Belief. Vishwasaya. Then adjective?
Believable.
Believable. We can say believable story. Vishwasa kala haki katawa. Right? Now you have seen, children, how those word classes could be used in different situations.
Now let us do an exercise for you to identify or for you to select the most suitable word for the required place. Therefore, we are going to give you a question that the students had got for the GCE ordinary level examination. We have selected the GCE ordinary level English language paper 2010. Here we have taken the 9th question, and now you can see it on the screen, and let us see how we can fill in the blanks using the correct form of the word given within brackets. දැන් මෙහිදී දරුවනේ ඔබට මේක ලැබෙන්නේ මල්ටිපල් චොයිස් ක්‍රමයට. ඒ කියන්නේ වචන 3ක් දෙනවා. එයින් ගැළපෙන වචනේ ඔබට තෝරන්න තියෙනවා. තෝරලා ඒක යටින් ඉරක් අඳින්න තියෙනවා. එතකොට එකම වචනේ ප්‍රභේද කීපයක් දෙන්නේ. ඔබට ඒක නිවැරදි විදියට තෝරන්නට වෙන්නේ. Now let us do this exercise and Mrs. Kaluwarachchi will explain it to you how to do this exercise. Yes.
Right. Now children, you all don't know how your knowledge is checked. Now here I told you, I revised your knowledge on the word classes, different word classes, and now see how that knowledge is tested here. Now here, out of many words, you have to select the most appropriate word. So here 3 words are given and you have to select. Now here a noun is given, adjective is given, verb is given, and so you have to know which one is correct. So you have to know the word classes to know this, to do this activity. Right. Andrea, can you read the instructions first?
Underline the most suitable word in the brackets. The first one is done for you.
Good. So you have an example all the time, so you can follow that as a guidance. Yes, Andrea, can you read the paragraph?
While I was abroad, I picked up a mystery, infect, infection, infectious. My doctor sent me to see a specialist because he didn't recognize my symptoms. After a thorough examiner, he asked a nurse to give me an injection. Although the arms was quite painfully for several days, my recovery was quick.
Right. When you get such a passage, children, you try to read it quickly several times, about 2 times at least, and then you try to fill, because some words are familiar, you know that it should come with this. Now for example, we will look at the first one. While I was abroad, I picked up a mystery. Now mystery is a adjective. Then you have to, you know that you have to have a noun after that. So then what is, out of the 3 words, what is the noun there? Infect, infection, infectious.
Infection.
Infection. Right. My doctor sent me to see a specialist. There also, there should be a noun. A specialist. You can't say a special, then there should be something else. Because he didn't recognize my symptoms. After a thorough examination. Now there are 2 nouns, examination and examiner. But after a thorough examiner, you can't say after a thorough. බොහොම හොඳ පරීක්ෂාවකින් පස්සේ තමයි මේ symptoms හොයාගත්තේ. Right? Yes. After a thorough examination, he asked the nurse to give me an injection. Yes, you know that the doctor had asked the nurse to give an injection. So what is the clue there, Andrea? N is there, but then all the 3 words are beginning with vowel sound, but with the context you know that it is an injection that to be given. So like that, children, you have to think, you have to evaluate the situation and select the most appropriate, because sometimes you might feel the other word also correct. But see, put these things, use a pencil first and try to fill, and then again when you go through for the second time, you might see the mistake. Right. The 4th one. Although the arm was quite painfully for several days.
Painful.
Yes. Although the arm was quite painful, you can't say quite painfully. Then you know it's the painful, the word that you have to select. For several days, my recovery was quick.
Recovery.
Yes. Mage mang ikmanata suwa wuna. Right? My recovery was quick. So children, now you know that you have to have the knowledge where to use these words with practice. So when you practice more, you will know which word to select.
Shall we ask Andrea to read that?
Yes,
again?
now the completed
Complete
one, Andrea.
While I was abroad,
Abroad.
I picked up a mystery infection. My doctor sent me to see a specialist because he didn't recognize my symptoms. After a thorough examination, he asked a nurse to give me an injection, although the arm was quite painful for several days. My recovery was quick.
Now you can get the idea, children, now what had happened, right? Now when this boy was, or the girl was abroad, මේ ළමයෙක් රට ඉඳිද්දි මෙයාට එකපාරටම අමුතු mystery infection එකක් මේක හොයාගන්න බැරි රෝගී තත්ත්වයක් මෙයාට ඇති වුණා. ඊට පස්සේ my doctor sent me to see a specialist. අපි දන්නා විශේෂඥයෙක්ට තමයි අපිට මොකක් හරි හොයාගන්න බැරි නම් ඊළඟට යන්න වෙන්නේ. Because he did not recognize my symptoms. What are symptoms, Andrea? රෝග ලක්ෂණ. ඒවා හොයාගන්න බැරි වුණා. After a thorough examination, මේ කොහොමද වෛද්‍යවරු පරීක්ෂා කරන්නේ? thorough examination.
මෙතන thorough කියලා කියන්නේ adjective එකක්. ඊළඟට noun එකක් එන්න ඕනේ. examination කියන එක තමයි noun
එක වෙන්නේ. අන්න ඒ වගේ ළමයිනේ අපි හැම වෙලේම තර්ක කරන්න ඕනේ. මොකද්ද දැන් එහෙනම් adjective එක නම් ඊළඟට වෙන්න ඕනේ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම noun එකක් කියලා. Right. And then he asked the nurse to give me an injection, that you know that and you get an injection, you not inject or inject. And then although the arm was quite painful, the arm was painful for days, but my recovery.
මෙතෙන්දී අපි යොදන්නේ adjective.
Adjective.
Painful. Next one.
Right. So let us do another activity, children. That is from 2011 question paper.
The same question.
Same question, test 9. So let us read the instructions first. Yes, Andrea?
Underline the most suitable word in the brackets. The first one is done for you.
Right. So now see, the same pattern is there, children. So you have to get ready. Okay, my test 9 is this. This will be checked on. So let us read this with the blanks.
මෙහිදී හැම වෙලේම පළවෙනි උත්තරය නැත්නම් පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නය විසඳන තාලේ පෙන්නලා දීලා තිනවා. ඔබට බොහොම පහසුයි ඒක බලාගෙන ඒ විදිහට අනිත් ප්‍රශ්න වලට පිළිතුරු සපයන්න. ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ යටතේ තියෙන ඒවා. හැම ප්‍රශ්නයකටම උදාහරණයක් මුලින්ම දීලා තියෙනවා. Yes, Andrea.
It is a well-known fact that an advertisement must be attractive, attract, attraction. It must get the attention, attendant of the reader or viewer. The language of an advertisement must be clear and easy understood. The reader or the viewer must be able to respond to the advertisement. So, beauty, beautiful, beautify words are a must in an advertisement. An advertisement which doesn't persuade people to buy a product is a failure.
Right. I think this is also easy, Andrea. Let us see whether we can do that. It is a well-known fact that an advertisement must be attractive, attract, attraction. Now the example is must be attractive.
Andrea, to which category does it fall? මේක මොන කැටගරි එකටද මේ වැටෙන්නේ? attractive, attract, attraction. දැන් attractive කියන එක මේක තෝරගෙන තියෙනවා. Is it an adjective? Is it an adjective or a noun or is it a verb? What is that?
It's an adjective.
It's an adjective. ඒක adjective එකක්. එම නිසා එතෙන්ට ගැලපෙන්නේ attractive කියන එක. Advertisement must be attractive. Yes, go on.
It must get the attention, attendant of the reader or viewer.
Attention.
Yes, it must get the, then you know it should be a noun here, right? Attend, what is attend? It's a verb. Attention,
Noun.
noun. Attendant, also a noun, but you know that with the context, it must get the attention. අපේ අවධානය දිනාගත යුතුයි. කාගේද? Reader or viewer. මේක බලන්න advertisement එක දකින්න කෙනා. The language of an advertisement must be clear and easiness, easy, understood.
Easily.
Why did you put easily there? Because yes, now here clear and easy. Can't you use clear and easy? No. There is understood also there. Then clear and easy understood, can you say?
No.
No. Then easily understood. So now
it's
see,
an adverb.
it's an adverb there. Easily understood. කොහොමද තේරුම් ගත යුත්තේ? බොහොම පහසුවෙන් තේරුම් ගත යුතුයි. Now see, if you put the adjective there, you would be in trouble. The reader or the viewer must be able to respond to the advertisement.
Respond.
Yes. Now here, to, I think you can remember the to infinitive. With to, you have to use the verb there, right? To respond to an advertisement. So, beauty, beautiful, beautify, words are a must in an advertisement.
Beautiful.
Yes. Why? Words
Because
is a noun, so you have to have an adjective to describe that word. So, beautiful words are a must in an advertisement. Advertisement එක මේ ලස්සන වචන තියෙන්න ඕනේ මිනිසුන්ව ඇදගන්න.
දැන් මෙතන මේ words are a must කියන එකේ තේරුම පොඩ්ඩක් පැහැදිලි කරලා දුන්නොත්.
Yes, now here the words are a must in an advertisement. මේ beautiful words, මේ ලස්සන වචන මේකේ තියෙන අත්‍යවශ්‍ය අංගය are a must. Now words are a must.
දැන් මෙතන විශේෂ දෙයක් තියෙනවා දරුවනේ කුමක්ද මේ auxiliary verb එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් modal auxiliary එකක් මේක noun එකක් වශයෙන් යොදාගෙන තියෙනවා. බලන්න සාමාන්‍ය අපි යොදන්නේ must කියන එක auxiliary නැත්නම් උදව් පදයක් වශයෙන් තවත් ක්‍රියාපදයකට උදව් කරන. I must do it කියලා. මෙතන කියලා තියෙන්නේ the words are a must. ඒක තිබිය යුතු දෙයක් කියන එක. එතකොට ඒකත් එක්තරා noun එකක් වශයෙන් තමයි ඉදිරියට තියෙන්නේ. Yes.
An advertisement which doesn't persuade people to buy a product is a failure.
Failure.
Yes. Now, what is the word class there?
Noun.
It's a noun. It's a failure. Now, an advertisement which doesn't persuade people. Persuade people මිනිසුන්ව ඇදලා ගන්නවා ඒගොල්ලන්ව නම්ම ගන්නවා මේ ඇඩ්වර්ටයිස්මන්ට් එකට. එහෙම කරන්නේ නැත්නම් පොළඹවීමක්. එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් then it's not a good advertisement. So an advertisement which doesn't persuade people to buy a product it's a failure. ඒකේ වැඩක් නැති දෙයක් වෙනවා. ඒක සාර්ථක දෙයක් නෙවෙයි කියන අදහස තමයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ.
And can you read it
yes.
completely?
It is a well-known fact that an advertisement must be attractive. It must get the attention of the reader or viewer. The language of an advertisement must be clear and easily understood. The reader or the viewer must be able to respond to the advertisement. So, beautiful words are a must in an advertisement. An advertisement which doesn't persuade people to buy a product is a failure.
Right. Now, this is actually kind of a guidance for you to prepare an advertisement also, children. Now, sometimes you are asked to prepare an advertisement to promote a product, a writing activity. So now these are the things that you have to consider. Beautiful words to catch the attention of the people, and you have to get the response from a person. So think of these things as well.
Now let's move on to the question the students got in 2012. දැන් අපි 2012 2012 විභාගයට ලැබුණු ප්‍රශ්නය සාකච්ඡා කරලා බලමු.
Yes, Andrea, can you read the instructions?
Complete the following text by underlining the correct preposition given within brackets. The first one is done for you.
Right. Now here, children, only the prepositions are checked. Now the previous two, the different word classes, the other verbs, adjectives, adverbs, nouns, but here now see the prepositions, your knowledge on prepositions are checked here. Yes, let us read, Andrea.
One of my favorite pastime is walking along across the bank of the river which flows through over my village. I look at the reflection of trees and branches on in the water. I watch the fish gliding through above the reeds in the water. There are some birds which fly low on above the water. When they see a fish, they swoop down to catch the fish by their beaks. In at a second, the fish is caught and swallowed. The river is not deep. The gentle gurgle of water is it flows as it flows in over the rocks. The murmur of wind as it blows on through the trees are sounds that I can never forget. By in evening the river is very quiet. I don't go near the river after by sunset.
Right. Now this is about a favorite pastime of a student. One of my favorite pastimes is walking along across the bank of the river which flows through over my village. Now the example is given. One of my favorite pastimes, mage asama pastimes වලින් මම විනෝදාංශ විදිහට ගත කරන්න කැමති ආසම එකක් තමයි walking along the bank of the river. Not across කියන්නේ හරහා, along කියන්නේ ඒ සමග bank එක river bank එකේ ඇවිදීමට තමයි මම කැමති, which flows through over my village.
Through.
Yes. Now this river flows through my village. අපේ ගම හරහා තමයි යන්නේ. ගඟ උඩින් යන්නේ. ගඟ over ගියොත් it will be a disaster, right? Yes. I look at the reflection of trees and branches in the water.
In.
Yes. I look at the reflection of trees and branches in the water. Now the reflection may heavenly ඔක්කොම මේ වැටිලා තියෙනවා ගස්වල අතුවල මං ඒව බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. See how this child is enjoying his pastime. So I look at the reflection in the water. I watch the fish gliding through above the reeds in the water.
Through.
Yes, the fish are gliding through the reeds. මේ ගස්කොළ ඇතුළේ තියෙන මේ වේලිච්ච මේවා අස්සෙන් තමයි රිංගලන්නේ through. There are some birds which fly low on above the water.
Above.
The birds are flying above the water. When they see a fish, they swoop down to catch the fish by their beaks.
With.
Those birds, they swoop down. They come quickly and they fish with their beak. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ හොටෙන් මේවා අරගෙන යනවා. In at a second, the fish is caught and swallowed. In a second. බොහොම පොඩි සෙකන්ඩ් එකකදී මේ මාළුවව ආය අල්ලගෙන ඒගොල්ලන් ගිලිනවා. The river is not deep. The gentle gurgle of water as it flows in over the rocks, the murmur of wind as it blows. Yes.
Over.
Shall we start? The river is not deep. The gentle gurgle of water as it flows over the rocks, the murmur of wind as it blows through the trees are sounds that I can never forget. Yes?
By evening.
The river is very quiet. Can't you use in evening there? If it's in, there should be in the evening. So because of that, by evening, හවස වෙනකොට ගඟ බොහොම නිශ්ශබ්දයි. I don't go near the river after sunset. Right.
Dear students, I think now you understand how to answer a question like this. මම මේ දරුවන්ට පුළුවන් දරුවන්ට පොඩි පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් කරන ඉක්මනින් අපි වෙලාව නැති නිසා ඔබට පුළුවන් මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් සකස් කරගන්න. ඔබ පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් අරගෙන ඒ පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකේ සමහරවිට හැම පස්වෙනි වචනේම එහෙම නැත්නම් හැම දෙවෙනි වචනේම අයින් කළා ඉවර වෙලා නැවත ලියන්න බලන්න ඒ වචන යොදලා. එතකොට ඔබට පුළුවන් ඒ වගේ පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් සකස් කරගෙන මේ ප්‍රශ්නෙට පිළිතුරු ලියන්න සූදානම් වෙන්න. I think that with that knowledge you will be able to answer the English language paper very successfully so that you can get an A pass at the exam. So we wish you all the best and we will meet again next week. Thank you.